What's going on, everybody? Today I'm in San Francisco, Panama here at Little Coffee, grabbing something to eat, something to drink, and today we're talking about how to keep the momentum going for your dreams, how to keep the momentum going on the things you're trying to accomplish without getting slowed down. And I think I've narrowed this down to one of the main things that keeps on slowing us down and making people stop as they push towards their dreams. So if you're interested in learning how to keep that momentum going towards your goals, stick around as we jump right into it. One of the things I realized is that it's super noisy outside, so we're gonna actually go inside where it's a lot cooler, a lot more comfortable, and it doesn't have all these crazy cars walking by. So let's take a walk inside Little Coffee and then we'll continue the conversation from there. Cool? Let's go.
I know all the words, I've heard them in many voices. I feel them within your eyes, I'm judging but disappointed.
Alright, so we're inside Little Coffee. It's a lot cooler in here. The AC is awesome. Friend Melissa, one of the baristas here, just got me a glass of water and we're good. It's a lot quieter so we can get our conversation started. So we're talking about how you can keep the momentum going towards your goals and your career, all the different things that you are trying to accomplish. One of the things I realized as I've been thinking about this over the past couple of weeks is that one of the main things slowing down a lot of us, especially young people, especially the younger generation, like myself and folks younger than me, is that we are so caught up in wasting time waiting for applause. We're constantly waiting for someone to say, oh, you did a good job, oh, that was awesome. You know, we're so caught up in this trend of waiting for the likes or waiting for someone to share your post or whatever it is, that when it comes to our goals, we can't keep the momentum going because we're constantly waiting for someone to pat us on the back and say, hey, yeah, you did a great job. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing is wrong with positive reinforcement. Nothing is wrong with someone saying you did a great job. But the problem is that you can't get addicted to that. You can't allow that to be the thing that fuels your focus. You can't let that be the thing that keeps you going towards your goals. Why? Because especially in this world of the internet and all these different things, people are very selfish, man. Everybody has their own hustle. Everybody has their own grind. So you can't allow your entire focus to be wrapped up in someone else giving you applause and saying you did a good job. What do I recommend? I recommend always celebrating your wins, but take the time to celebrate it on your own, where you don't need anyone else to validate your progress necessarily. Of course, you know, there are going to be times when you want to see that other people are saying, yes, I dig what you're saying, I'm getting value from what you're doing, but you can't have it in a situation where you always have to be waiting on someone else to give you some kind of validation for what you're trying to do. Because what's going to happen? You're going to be losing momentum. And momentum is greater than perfection. You're going to be losing momentum all the time. When we were on Instagram stories or Instagram Live earlier today talking about some of this stuff, I'm running a 5K tomorrow. It's the first time I've ever run a 5K, so y'all pray for me. I've never done this before. If you don't see another video after this one, you know what happened. But I'm running this 5K, and imagine you're running a race, and you have a bunch of people in there. Tomorrow there's supposed to be about 1,500 to 2,000 people running this race. Imagine you're running this race and every 100 meters or every 500 meters, instead of just going on with what you're supposed to be doing, you're stopping and you're checking to see if someone is giving you applause. You're waiting for that validation. You're stopping every couple of minutes, every 5-10 minutes just to see if someone is clicking like on what you did. Imagine you're in a race and you're doing this. Well, I mean, that's not gonna work out very well. The people who didn't stop for applause all the time, even if they're not the best runners, even if they're not the best athletes, they don't have the same amount of skill, but they're just head down, focused on their grind and doing what they have to do, they're gonna make it further and get there faster than you because you're constantly breaking your momentum and waiting for applause. So what's the solution to all of this? The solution is you gotta find your own internal momentum, your internal source of keeping yourself going, and get away from this addiction to applause that social media and the world and all these things have taught us and conditioned us to have. I mean, be so focused on your goal, be so focused on your mission, be so focused on what you're trying to get done that you don't always need this external validation, this external applause, for someone to be clapping and telling you, oh, you did a good job. I mean, I don't mean to be a little bit old school here, but when I think about the school system the way it is now, when I was young, I mean, graduation was something that happened at end of elementary school, high school, and college. These days, these kids have graduations all the time. I've heard parents, oh, I'm going to graduation. I said, isn't your kid like 2 years old, 3 years old? Yeah, he's graduating from preschool, graduating from third grade, fourth grade, all this crazy stuff. I'm like, that's interesting. What is it that they actually accomplished that they have done to earn this tremendous applause and all this pomp and circumstance? We're creating a society that's addicted to applause, to the point where when we're not getting that grand applause all the time, folks are falling into depression, they're feeling that they're not worth it, they're feeling that like they're not good enough. But that's not the truth. Forget whoever told you that lie that you're not good enough just because the world isn't applauding. I mean, if all the people who started YouTube channels or social media followings or whatever it is that they're trying to do, if they waited until they had a huge following and everyone was clapping and applauding, they would never get started. Figure out what your mission is, figure out what your career goals are, and focus on your hustle. Don't get caught up waiting around for applause. That's all we got for this video. Remember, momentum is greater than perfection. So whatever you've been thinking about doing, get started and don't stop because you're waiting for applause. This is Dalan Vanterpool, and you can find me on Twitter at DalanV. Drop any questions or comments you have down below so we can know if you're feeling this content and if you have any other thoughts on this whole concept. You can find me on Twitter at DalanV, and until the next video, have a powerful week.